What's up, PokeMoshPit? You got PokeAim here, and today I have an NU match versus MrJamvad. I got a battle versus him on Rick's stream, and let's get right into it. He's going to be leading off with an Emboar. I'm leading off my Mischievous. I noticed that this Emboar is a big threat to my team, and I noticed that my Mischievous isn't really going to be doing too much to his team, so I decided that I'm just going to fire off a Shadow Ball, trying to get off as much damage as possible, as he is going to choose to go for the Flare Blitz. Because I am packing an Evilite and I do have max HP, I am able to take that, hit him with another Shadow Ball, low enough to the point where this is going to be a double down right here due to the recoil damage from his Flare Blitz. So I'm going to choose to go out to my fastest Pokemon, which is my Cinccino, as he's going to go out into his Altaria. Because I know that he does have a Lairon on his team, I'm going to go for the U-turn, kind of expecting him to want to switch into that to dodge the predicted Rock Blast, as he does do just that. And because I do have a Probopass on my team with the Magnet Pull ability, this Lairon is pretty much trapped. So I'm going to choose to go for the Earth Power right here, not the Stealth Rocks, because I noticed that he does have a Spinner on his team, and I want to try and kill this thing as fast as possible. And I figured me going for Stealth Rocks would be pretty useless, since that War Turtle could easily spin them away. So he chooses to go for his Stealth Rocks, as I am going to be able to knock him out with the second Earth Power. He could not switch because of my Magnet Pull ability, and he goes down. So now he goes down to his Garbodor. Kind of an interesting switching, just because I did show that I do have the Earth Power, and it is going to do a nice chunk to this Garbodor, as he is going to be able to get up his first layer of Toxic Spikes, which will actually benefit me later on, as you guys will see. So going to go for the Earth Power once again, as he does switch out into his Serperior. Now I do notice Leftover, so I'm thinking he's more of a substitute variant. So what I'm actually going to do is go for the Power Gem, predicting him to want to go for the Sub. As he does do just that, I am able to break the Sub, and now what I'm going to do is actually go for the Volt Switch, predicting him to want to go for the Leech Seed or anything along those lines, or even a Calm Mind. That way I can get the free switch into my Cinccino. But he actually chooses to reveal that he does have the Leaf Blade, so he's probably a physical variant, and I am able to Volt Switch out into my Cinccino, which definitely does threaten this thing with the Tail Slap, because I am Choice Banded. I do have the Skill Link ability, and I will be hitting him 5 times. Of course, if I hit, I will. So I am going to go right for the Tail Slap, as he actually ends up switching out into his War Turtle. Now keep in mind, this War Turtle was at full HP, and I am able to hit it with the first 5 Tail Slaps. It's going to bring it down to about half, so I'm figuring I could possibly 2-hit KO this War Turtle. So going to stay and go for the Tail Slap again. Luckily I don't miss, and I am actually able to 2-hit KO this War Turtle, quote unquote. I guess you can argue that it's intended KO, but in any case, now he's gonna go on to his Altaria. I'm gonna have to switch out into my Probopass, kind of expecting him to want to go for the Dragon Pulse or Dragon Claw, anything along those lines. He actually goes for the Hidden Power, predicting my switch into Probopass. At first I thought it was HP Fighting, which is why it's not really much of a prediction, but he actually told me that it was HP Ground, so he is easily able to knock out my Probopass. I'm thinking that he's more of a choiced Altaria, so what I'm gonna do is actually switch out into my Jumpluff, knowing that I can dodge that Hidden Power, and I am going to go for the Sleep Powder, as he does switch out into his Jumpluff. I know that I can easily set up a Sword Dance. Well, actually, I'm a Jumpluff, he's a Garbodor, but I know I could easily set up a Sword Dance, but what I'm going to choose to do is go for the Flying Gem Boosted Acrobatics, predicting him to want to double switch out, predicting me to want to go for the SD, as he did end up doing that into his Serperior. I thought that he would actually switch out to his Altaria, because I thought his Altaria was Scarf, but it actually turns out his Altaria is Specs, because I do outspeed him right here. I am able to hit him with the Acrobatics for a nice amount of damage, and I'm going to go for it again, as he is going to be able to knock me out with the second Dragon Pulse. But it's fine, I do have my Cinccino, which can easily hit a Tail Slap and knock out this Altaria, or so I thought, because I'm going to miss, and if I don't want to miss, I'd use Tackle, and he is going to be able to knock me out with what I assume to be Specs Dragon Pulse. So now I'm free to go on to my Girder. I could easily knock him out with the Guts Boosted Drain Punch. He's going to take advantage of the fact that I'm a fighting type, so he's going to switch out into his Garbodor, knowing that it is a pretty defensive monster, so it could take attacks. But because I'm actually an Adamant Girder, with of course Guts activated because of his own Toxic Spikes, this Drain Punch actually does a nice chunk to his Garbodor. So what I'm going to do is go for the Bulk Up, knowing that he does have that one set turn of Sleep, as he does say Sleep, and now he's actually going to get the Wake Up right here, and he's going to choose to go for the Spikes, maybe not really having any attack to hit me with, and thinking that with his Aftermath ability it would bring me down to the point where his Altaria just come in and revenge kill me and proceed to clean up. But that's not going to be the case, because Drain Punch does do enough to where I can easily just go for the Mach Punch and knock him out. And his Altaria is actually at the range of HP where it's not going to be taking a Guts Boosted +1 Mach Punch. So that's pretty much going to be a good game, because his Altaria is going to go down to the Mach Punch. So if you guys enjoyed, you can feel free to swing by my channel and of course check out my opponent. So until next time guys, later, PMP.